This is a mysterious game from the future, with a realistic tactile sense, exciting battles, and whatever someone wants. It is all there. As soon as Luchan enters the cranial neuron quantum transferring game, Empyrean God Realm, he finds himself stripped of his human character, becoming a wild monster. Confused, he looks around, searching for the usual class options, character selection, customization, and all other options to change his form. But there is nothing. Though, as he explores more, he notices even monsters have equipment, which was shocking as he had no knowledge about it. The traditional way to play is for players to slay monsters. But now, Luchan is on the other side of the game. He is the monster. The advertisements for the game Empyrean God Realm are going viral, which is produced by Tianix Corp. The game Empyrean God Realm, which is based on quantum entanglement and neural connection technologies, can give realistic experiences in temperature, taste, and feel. In Empyrean God Realm, someone can go on extreme expeditions and satisfying battles, all with the freedom of flying. Aside from that, it will also give countless business opportunities. Anyone can become rich overnight. The most magical thing in this game is the new gaming helmet. It will fix nerves and remake someone's body, as long as they log into the game every day. A large digital billboard is screening the updates about this game. After getting done with buying the groceries, Luchan notices people gathered around the billboard, wondering what this game is actually like and if the rumors about it being real are true. Lu Chen, who was an employee at a company with a great salary and future, lives with his sister. His journey took a drastic U-turn, making his life completely change as he got into an accident. To save him, all their deposits and properties were used up and sold. But in the end, he still thinks of himself as a loser that can only move his head and arms. Since then, he has become a burden to his sister and a loser in other people's eyes. Whispers always follow them. People mock him, saying the old Lu's efforts in raising an adopted daughter may be in vain. They doubt even a blood sister would go this far, claiming she would always be dragged down by her brother for life. Lu deep down knows he doesn't want to become a burden. When he was thinking of killing himself to set his sister free, Empyrean God Realm appeared. There are a lot of rumors about Empyrean God Realm. It is even worse that players who participated in the internal testing have changed because of it. One even became superhuman. The one thing that caught his interest is that this game can let hemiplegia and vegetative state patients recover their moving ability, recovering back to normal, so he gave up on suicide and bet his future on this Empyrean God Realm. At his home, Lu gets a text from his sister, coming home late because of overtime. As he went to the grocery, he bought a second-hand helmet on Xian Yu, wishing that it wouldn't cause any problems. He put it on, logged into the game, and wished that Empyrean God Realm wouldn't let him down. As he logs in, the game requests him to enter his one and only ID. As he enters the information, the game responds with a welcoming message. Only I'm wild. He is then transported to the first realm of the Empyrean God Realm, the mortal realm. There are barely any restrictions within the game and surprises all around. But to his surprise, he is turned into a weak werewolf. Lu wonders if this is his new character in the game and why he has never heard of any players talking about this. Usually players would choose their character and customize everything, from appearance to outfit, before entering the game. He can't shake the feeling that something is off. He is turned into a wild beast. As he looks around for more options, thoughts cross his mind if he can still slaughter wild beasts like in other games to level up and earn money. As he opens the character menu, his eyes widen, and he panics as his ID is Only I'm Wild, and his character is listed as a weak werewolf. Without any mastery, his character has a weak prefix, which reduces his basic stats by 20%. The talent listed is Low-Class Werewolf Bloodline, which means that, without tears, there is a chance of critical damage occurring in normal attacks, with a 1% chance for a critical hit. He has no talent upgrading fragments and no upgrade points. Lu grows a lot more worried as his attributes are so weak, but his attention suddenly shifts as he realizes he can move his body. He laughs excitedly that he can even run. Other users in the game spot the wolf, though they find the werewolf ugly, and they all plan on killing it as it is not to get critical damage on ugly things. All the users run towards him, wondering if the club in his hand can be dropped as a reward, but that thing is actually worth 300 coins. As they try killing the beast, it increases Lu's damage. It actually attracted the other monsters there. As the other monsters gather with Lu, he kills the player Jin Shin Lil Cutie, level 1, gaining 10 experience points and 1 monster reputation. The reputation store is unlocked too. Lu realizes killing players actually gives rewards. Eventually, he kills the other 2 users, having medicine drop. However, he gains the basic level recovery potions, which can recover 2 HP points every second. Lu explores the reputation store and notices that it doesn't seem to sell recovery medicine. Wild beasts are not like players. They can't buy recovery medicines. But his talent and status can be leveled up. He remembers reading that the players don't have talents before they finish their careers on the website, so at least he has got talents. Talents that can be upgraded, a weapon at hand, and higher damage than other players. A thought comes into his mind. Maybe being a wild beast is a cheat code, if he can slaughter beasts, that is. He looks at other beasts and plans on killing him. As he kills those beasts without drawing the attention of other werewolves, he acquires 10 experience points with 1 talent, upgrading the fragment, and it can be exchanged too. A ray of hope for Lu can be seen, and he plans on slaughtering anyone he sees. 15 minutes later, his status finally rose. Not only did his character change, but his physical body also became stronger. Lu smirks because he enjoys being a wild beast. All of a sudden, a voice breaks in, calling for help and announcing there is a pervert here. One of the players, Lingji, is in the game. Her sister tells her to shut the game as she is in the village. However, she can't. Forced shutting down during battle will result in a 3-hour downtime punishment. She signed a contract to be the ambassador of Empyrean, so she will need to promote this soon. Though she screams in the game for help because some male users, Fengtian of the King Empire, Prince of the King Empire, and Scholar of the King Empire, try to intimidate her by informing her about the rumor that hitting players without equipment with a club will result in the cloth bursting effect. The Prince of the King's Empire walks toward Lingji, saying she has a nice body and that this game can actually use the player's real body shape. However, Lu, as the werewolf, comes to save Ling and hits those guys with his weapon. The other 2 guys plan on eliminating the wolf, but as Lu attacks them, they realize the damage is high. It means this thing is not a weak werewolf, it is an ordinary werewolf. But it is no sweat for Lu to fight 3 low HP players with all those good recovery potions he picked up. Though only 1 potion will drop from each player, and it is obviously not enough. Ling stands at the side, wondering about the wild beast helping her, so she gives him her potion as he needs them. Lu realizes that she is indirectly thanking him, but he was just planning on killing her as well. When Lu takes the potion and thanks her, Ling is kind of shocked, as she didn't expect the beast to talk. A notification pops up on Ling's game. It is the producers of the game, asking Ling about the things going on in the game, and informing her about the promotion being started in some time. On the other hand, Lu moves forward, knowing there are people everywhere, and it looks like this place is not far from the newbie village. If he acts too outstandingly, he will probably become a target of elimination, so he should probably stay away from them to kill other demonic beasts. He stops at a place because he finds this place safe. He became a wild beast the moment he logged onto the game, and he still doesn't know how the other players are doing. Though he watches the officially released promotion clip. The moment he opens the promotion clip, she spots the girl who he helped, promoting the game, claiming that the server hasn't been open for long, yet the newbie village has already been filled with 80,000 people fighting over wild beasts. And the number of players is times the number of wild beasts, so it is very hard to level up. Hearing this information, Lu smirks within himself and is happy being a wild beast, as there are so many monsters he can kill however he wants. Lu kills as many werewolves as he finds in his way. Now 10 Tier 0 talent upgrade fragments have been collected. He can finally upgrade his talent. A notification pops up informing him talent has been upgraded to lowly werewolf bloodline. Lu finds the 6% chance for critical hits not bad, but he wonders about him having Tier 0 status upgrade points, as he needs 10 Tier 1s of all kinds. He clicks on those Tier 0 status upgrade points and sees if there are any clues. He sees Tier 0 status upgrade points can be used in 2 ways. They can be sold to gain 0.1 monster popularity for each point. Alternatively, 10 Tier 0 status upgrade points can be merged to form 1 Tier 1 status upgrade point, which is more useful for enhancing abilities. He will need 10 to forge one. It means he will have to at least beat 100. He will need to find more high-level beasts to kill. Maybe they will even drop Tier 1 status upgrade points straight away. He tries this on some ordinary werewolves first. He kills a level OB werewolf. 15 points of the soul aura of everything were acquired, making 1 talent upgrade fragment and 1 status upgrade point, Tier 0, acquired. He does the same, and now he has reached level 2 with physical body strength of all types. Lu's level went up, but the status upgrade points that dropped are still Tier 0 and not dropped. It feels a bit like being cheated. He wonders if it is that he needs to find stronger beasts. That is when he notices a strong beast and thinks that maybe he will just get what he wants from it. Even though this beast is strong, he is still at level 1. Lu is at level 2, and he has got potions, so there is no need to back down. As Lu attacks him, the guy defends himself too. Lu realizes this werewolf's damage is high. 5 minutes later, Lu successfully kills a level 1 strong werewolf. Luckily, he has got the HP recovery potion that Ling gave him, or he probably couldn't have won this. However, a Tier 1 status upgrade point finally dropped, and even an item, Shabby Werewolf Club, was acquired. The surface is a bit tattered and looks like it has been used for a long time. An attack can be done 3 to 6 times though. He checks on the official website if he can really sell this thing for 300 yuan. Only about 100 transactions were made, so this thing is quite scarce. He plans on selling it for 260 yuan to give it a shot. The moment he is about to exit from the game, an email is received. The mail is about the Shabby Werewolf Club. He wished to sell the one he bought from player 4 cover. The platform will take away 5% as a handling fee. 247 yuan has been transferred to the bank account he has linked with the game. He connects the game to his phone and opens the message. He received a message from the framing bank, informing him that his bank account with numbers ending in 6,880 received 247 yuan. Lu dances in excitement as he realizes he can finally earn, and that the experts were right about having a lot of business opportunities in Empyrean. Just like that, he kills all the beasts he finds in his way. 20 minutes later, he reached level 3, and his attack, defense, and HP all went up. But it is a shame for him that he killed 20 or so ordinary werewolves and level 1 strong werewolves, yet nothing dropped. A thought comes into his mind. To try killing a level 2 special beast. There are a total of 5 special werewolves in this area. 2 at level 1, another 2 at level 2, and 1 at level 3. If he can kill a level 2, then that means he repeatedly kills 4 beasts. As he attacks one of those special beasts, he notices its attack is low. It is only slightly higher than the attack level of that one beast. He now understands nimble means that its attack speed is fast, but in contrast, its attack speed is lower. But the attack speed doesn't really matter with beasts at such a low level, so he can surely take turns killing all 4 of these beasts. 40 minutes later, he sees his status. His current status includes 1 star and 1 mastery. Luchin has the talent Low-Class Werewolf Bloodline at Tier 1. This talent gives his normal attacks a chance to become critical attacks. Currently, he has no Tier 2 talent upgrading fragments and no 1-star status upgrade points. His beast popularity is also at 0. Upgrading his talent tier actually gives him a 10% critical rate. However, what is even better is that there is a choice of 1 from 3 rewards every time his status is upgraded. He can actually upgrade each kind of type to 50%. He chooses the 50% strong option. He has now also become a special beast. Now that he is unstoppable, he will keep killing wild beasts. Half an hour later, his name is now changed to Strong Nimble Hunky Werewolf. His level has reached 4 as well. He then plans on selling the club he got first. Judging from the condition, people will still buy it even if it is 300 yuan. He sells all 5 of them at 300. Now, he is at level 4, so it is time to go somewhere further. But as he is about to do that, an email pops up. It is from the farming bank, updating him about receiving a 285 yuan transaction 5 times. He has earned 1,700 yuan in just 1 afternoon. He is happy about the fact that his sister, Lu Yi, can get new clothes now. On the other hand, Ling is happy about getting the club but wonders how this Only I'm Wild gets so many clubs. She assumes that maybe he is the highest level within their area. As she sees it, she finds there is a player with the name Only I'm Wild within the top 500 in their area. He is not even in the top 500, so she realizes he didn't get them himself. He is an illegal portal broker. However, her sister informs her that it is time for her stream. In the stream, she shows everyone around the newbie village. She announces now, there are already more than 100,000 players within the newbie village. It is so crowded that the players might not be able to get out after they have entered. She suggests that if people can do it, then they should go to the trading place to get a club. Even though it is only a level 1 weapon, with a club at hand, they will be able to surpass hundreds of people. Luchin stands at the corner knowing the club is popular. However, he finds the newbie village a hell because of so many people. He feels lucky that he is a beast though, even though there are only 40 or so beasts over here, which is less than expected. There are also 4 special beasts here, so he starts killing. He keeps killing the werewolves, and now he has acquired an item. Tattered Werewolf Club. It is an S-grade club. Lu opens the forum and hopes that there is someone who can give him some reliable options about selling it for what amount. He questions that if he has got a club with 4 to 7 attacks, how much should he sell for? Different users tell him to wake up as no S-grade club appears on the global server, and S-grade clubs don't even exist. Lu then realizes the trading place. He opens the trading place. In his thoughts, he thinks, no matter what, it is only a level 1 club. If he marks the price too high, it will be troublesome if others also get an S-grade club, so it is better if he can get rid of it as soon as possible. He put the auction price at 1,000 and the buying price at 1,800. He hopes that it can be sold within half an hour, and then he closes the tab. He thinks if it can really be sold, then he can earn 3,000 yuan today. A user notices Only I'm Wild auctioning a club with a starting price of 1,000, so his friend tells her that maybe he is just looking for a dope. The user doesn't think that though, because the prices he set for the 5 clubs he put out earlier were quite normal. Luchan has killed the robust werewolf of level 4, captured 38 life energy, obtained 1 tier 1 talent shard, and 1 1-star quality evolution point. He even obtained an item, Damaged Werewolf Mage. He has reached level 5 and has another 300 wen in his pocket. However, here, he is only getting 1-star talent shards and quality evolution points, so he plans to go deeper. As he walks forward, he notices a werewolf with exceptional agility. He is at level 6. This is a 2-star quality prefix. He kills the werewolf with exceptional agility. He plans on focusing on monsters with exceptional X in their names from now on. Late at night, his name changed to werewolf with exceptional strength and agility. After a whole day of hard work, he has finally reached level 6. The experience required skyrocketed starting from level 5. As he checks his stats, it shows. His quality is at 2 stars, tier 1, which doubles his basic strength and increases his agility and stamina by 50%. He has the inferior werewolf bloodline talent at tier 3, which gives his normal attacks a chance to land critical hits. He also has a 14% chance of dealing double critical hits. His monster reputation is still at 0. However, these prefixes are getting longer. They see him even when he is hiding behind the trees. Lu Chen is tired after the whole day, and now he will log off for today. But then he remembers he needs to handle the equipment he has obtained. 9 regular maces. He lists them for 300 each. 2 small, high-quality ones boost agility, which is not ideal, but he sets them at 700 and 800 in the auction area. He wonders if Louis is back, as he is already making money to support the family. He then logs out and removes the helmet. All of a sudden, his arm feels hot. He realizes he might regain his sensations in the future, although he is happy about the second-hand gaming headset being a good purchase. However, he notices that Louis is not back yet, and she is working overtime again. Instantly, she arrives home, informing Lou that she is going to make big money. Lou asks her how much she has drunk, though she ignores it and informs him that her company is moving to the Empyrean God realm, and she is a core member. The head office found great business opportunities in the 9th Heaven domain, so they allocated 5 million for them to join the Empyrean God realm, and they just celebrated. She is the deputy team leader. She is saying all of this while sitting on Lou's lap, so Lou tells her to get down first, as she is all grown up but still doesn't know how to be careful. She questions him why she has to be careful, as they are not even real siblings. Lou emphasizes that is exactly why they should be careful. Louis chuckles, asking, "Careful for what?" As she has already decided that she wants to be with him forever and take care of him for a lifetime. Lou tries to discuss him playing in the game too, but before he could do that, they both fall on the ground while Louis lies on his and thinks that he is going to give her the "I don't want to burden you for a lifetime" talk again, so she interrupts him, assuring him he can relax as the Empyrean God realm has attracted hundreds of millions of players from around. She elaborates. Fortune 500 companies, major agencies like the Chinese Shield Bureau, the Korean Ministry of Defense, and the U.S. Intelligence Agency, they are all there. She puts a finger on his lips to keep him quiet, reassuring him that she will take care of him. He then reveals that what he wanted to say was that she doesn't have to work so hard as he is already in the Empyrean God realm, so she doesn't need to take care of him. But to his surprise, she already fell asleep. In his thoughts, he thinks that she is playing the game too. They have a chance to meet in the game, so they will talk about it then, but it is surprising that even national forces have entered the Empyrean God realm. There might be secrets hidden in the game that people don't know about. The next day, Louis texted Lou about leaving, informing him about food being in the spot, and that she would find a way to help him stand up. Lou then wears the headset and takes a sigh of relief that he is still a wild monster. Now he has got 3,915 yuan as everything is sold. Next, he checks out other players in Fen Lingju's livestream room. He joins the stream. She is saying that the game is hard as she was playing until 4 a.m. and she is only at level 3. She heard that even the best players are just reaching level 5. She then hugs her mace and thanks it. She says that guy who is super arrogant is really amazing. He sold so many maces. She reveals she hears he is an internal testing player, and maybe they are a closed beta player who knows how to farm maces. She then takes a leave because she needs to go fight monsters. It is not easy with tens of thousands of people in the newbie village. Lou thinks that this girl not only has a great figure, but is also a nice person. He gives her a tip as thanks. As Ling receives the reward, she realizes he just watched her live stream. Lou then starts killing other beasts as a new day has begun. He obtains an item, Damaged Jackal Man Mace, by Milling Jackal Man with exceptional agility, level 6. 3 hours later, Lou has become Jackal Man with exceptional strength and agility, level 7. The quality is a perfect 2 stars, and he is level 7 now and has 740 HP. He wishes that his name could stay hidden as it is so conspicuous. But then he ignores it and goes to a higher level area. He wonders what his name will become after another quality upgrade, but maybe he will be visible from 800 meters away. Suddenly he notices an elite monster with a cool name, Jackal Man Leader, Quinzacus, self-level. 10 special X-Elite monsters, over a dozen high-level special monsters, and the even crazier Zakas. He definitely can't handle them. He wonders what he can do, and he has no time, so he needs to think fast. He only has 4 healing potions in his bag. The quantity is insufficient, and the cooldown can't keep up. 17 maces are useless. A bunch of 0-star, 1-star, and 2-star materials won't be enough for upgrading. But then he remembers something he forgot about. Luchan goes to the reputation store and looks for the unique item, Legion Recruitment Order. It is a single soldier and a unique item. The Legion Recruitment Order, Single Soldier X Unique, allows you to recruit a creature. After recruiting, the creature's level and talent rank will not be higher than the recruiter's, and its quality must be lower. The creature's original equipment will be removed. If the recruited creature dies, it will disappear without dropping experience, equipment, or items, but the Legion Recruitment Order will be returned. Recruitment happens through a one-on-one duel where both sides cannot use potions. If the recruit is attacked from outside, recruitment fails automatically. After winning, the opponent will have 1 HP left and be in a recruitable state. There is a chance for recruitment to fail, and if it does, the target dies without dropping experience, equipment, or items, but the recruiter still gets back the Legion Recruitment Order. After successful recruitment, the recruiter can use reputation, talent fragments, and quality points to improve the recruit's attributes. Recruiting just 1 underling won't be enough. This thing called the Legion Recruitment Order should be upgraded, according to Lu. It's only 10 reputation points, so he gives it a try. He purchases a Legion Recruitment Order. This is truly expensive. A token only costs 10 reputation points, but upgrading it requires 500. He plans on selling all the material and hopes it upgrades to level 3. It finally upgrades to level 3 at last. He can now recruit 3 underlings. He knows he needs to level them up, especially the strong, agile, and robust werewolf men. He then asks them to clear these small monsters as he is broken. 10 minutes later, Werewolf Men Commander Quinzacus of level 8 Elite was killed, capturing 360 life energy. He obtained 3 third-tier talent fragments and 3 3-star evolution points. He even obtained items: leather shoulder armor of level 5, white, tattered wolf fur vest of level 1, gray, and shattered stone mace of level 5, green. The shattered stone mace, Quinzacus' weapon, is extremely sturdy and said to be capable of easily crushing rocks. This mallet has incredibly high attack, and the attributes make it even more powerful. Lu is kind of reluctant to sell it. He tells Erzi, those 3, to go around the area to grind monsters and target werewolf men with levels around 8 to 7. He guides them to take them one by one and orders them not to wander too far and to remember to pick up equipment, resting when their health is below 40%. He tells them to notify him when Zakas respawns. Since Lu doesn't want to sell it, he will take a break for a while till Zakas respawns. It seems letting them clear the mobs is effective. They are more efficient than him. He then plans to go and check the player's situation in the livestream room. Hopefully, no one catches up to him. Ling motivates her companions to work hard to level up because Empyrean God Realm's main city opens at level 10. At that time, they can switch to one of the 9 major professions, like Poison Master, Spirit Tamer, Puppeteer, and Archer. Ling's sister informs her that the highest level player is still below level 5 and addresses Ling as Sister Ling, saying that she is talking about it like it's far away. The other girl interrupts, saying that she heard it takes 10,000 experience to go from level 5 to 6, though Ling's sister asks her if they can join the guild. The guild system has been open for a while now. However, based on the current situation, joining a guild would also mean fighting for resources. They are more flexible this way. Lu sees if the guild system is open. He notices so many guilds. They are all famous groups. There is even a special forces division. Lu wonders if this is real and realizes that this game seems to be getting more and more unbelievable. 8 hours later, someone is poking him. He gets notified that his subordinates are trying to wake him up. It is already 7 in the morning. That means Zakas respawns every 8 hours. Firstly, he checks the character attributes, buys 2 slots, wears them, and then goes to fight Zakas. When he checks his stats, he gets shocked as he is almost at level 9. He asks the 3 werewolves if they grinded all night, and obviously they did. He addresses them as 3 emotionless experience grinding machines. He equips the gear and orders San, and Sai to come with him as he is going for the shattered stone mace. He moves forward and smirks as he wonders how much the first green-grade equipment on the server will sell. Luchan laughs as he has gotten stones, and he even killed Chieftain Quinzacus, a level 8 elite, and captured 360 points of life energy. He obtained items: Leather shoulder armor of level 5, white grade. Shattered stone mace of level 5, green grade. A third tier talent shard, 3 3-star evolution points, and an item, worn wolfman mace of level 1, gray grade. He asks his recruits if they got any equipment, and when he looks up at it, he sees that they actually got 20 maces. He thinks within himself that he used to worry that recruiting recruits would consume too much reputation, but now it seems it is really worth it. As expected, equipment prices have dropped. Ordinary maces are only 280 yen now. However, he can still sell a few of these low-quality ones for more. The level 5 shoulder armor is white, so he can start the bid at 700 and a buyout at 1,500. Luchan wonders about the selling price of the green mace. He asks on the forum. Though emails are being received of the items being sold so quickly, the maces are in high demand. He will disable email notifications. Lu then scolds his recruits and orders them not to just stand there and keep grinding mobs. He then checks the forum and sees people talking about self-equipped items appearing in the trading area. White leather shoulder armor gets snatched up instantly. Lu realizes that white items are in such high demand, but it seems someone noticed him. Well, monsters can avoid getting onto the gaming ranking, but when selling things, someone can't hide their ID. Getting noticed was just a matter of time. Players are shocked to see 33 maces for sale and start guessing that Only I Am Wild is a mace that has become sentient. Curious about people's reactions, Lu thinks about posting information about green items. He asks how much a level 5 weapon with specific stats of 15 to 9 damage, 6 strength, 8 agility, and 6 stamina might be worth. Users wonder if there are such items and ask about that level 5 shoulder armor with 8 defense and 110 HP sniped for 1,500. Some claim his item can easily be sold for 5,000. Some think 5,000 is exaggerated, as many players are already at level 5, and some advise each other not to reply to the OP because he has probably made it up. Lu thinks, since it is only a level 5 item, he should try the price mentioned in the first reply. He puts the starting bid at 1,000 and the buyout at 5,000. On the other hand, Lingji's sister, Shan, informs her about Only I'm Wild. He is auctioning a green mace, but 5,000 for a buyout is still too expensive. Ling is shocked as white items just appeared, and now there are green items too. They both noticed. Only I'm Wild, added Lingji as his friend. Ling bets that too many people have already added him. She tells Shan to track his ID. As soon as he enters the live stream, she should let her know. She has come up with a way to add him as a friend. 2.5 hours later, Lu leveled up from 8 to 9 and got 50,000 experience points as well. However, leveling from 9 to 10 takes 100,000, but now his attack is over 60, and he has 1,150 HP. Instantly, he notices something dropped where he killed the beasts. 15 bottles of healing potions. It looks like there are potions in this area. As he moves forward, he keeps getting potions ahead. It looks like he will make a big profit this time. As he collects the potions, a guild spots him, assuming it is the boss called Quine. With such a long prefix, he must be a boss. They even notice the mace in his hand and the leather shoulder armor on him. They all run towards him to attack him as they are going to get rich now because they have finally found a boss. The guild member says that maces are no longer Only I'm Wild's monopoly. With a few maces, their guild might be able to secure a level 10 spot in the main city, but the question arises if they will be able to defeat this boss. One of the guild members mentions, I Am Only Wild being only level 6, so if he can do it, they can do it too. Lu stands there unfazed as the guy attacks him, creating only 1 point of damage. Lu thinks his physical defense is 28, yet the guy is at level 5, and his attack is only 20 to 23. The game forcibly deducted 1 health point. The guild members wonder what kind of defense this boss has as the beast's health is 1,150. Lingzhi, as the user, tells the guild members not to panic, as this should be the minimum damage dealt. They have plenty of potions, so they can slowly wear him down. She guides everyone to attack him together. As they attack him, he does nothing. But the members of the guild realize that it seems that wasn't the minimum damage. Lu smirks, acknowledging the fact that he is a monster. So as a monster, he should fulfill his role. Lu hits the user Xiang, and the attack is so powerful that it took 1/6 of the user's HP. His companion tells him to take some medicine, but the health potions restore 10 HP per second for 10 seconds, with a cooldown of 10 seconds. They don't have time for that. The other guild member advises them to keep attacking in turns. They all try not to panic and focus on aggro control and positioning, but they have realized that this boss attacks so fast. They all plan on retreating as they can't beat it at all, though it is too late to run. Lu has earned up to 27 potions now. However, he assumes that these people must have seen the drop rate in the item description and came to find Zaka's. After witnessing his strength, they probably won't dare to come again, which means he can keep grinding for a while. His aim is to keep hunting until he is at level 10. At the Jiancheng Technology Development Zone, at the Chengguang Building's 14th floor, the users who just got killed by Lu are disheartened. But after all, it was a boss, and its level was 3 levels higher than theirs. One of the guys is upset as they couldn't even break through its defense. The other guy agrees with him, as its attacks were insane. They are not losing hope, but they just don't understand how the solo player did it. They aim to level up, or else they won't have a chance against users like that beast. Lu sits there wondering if everything has been sold, because the notifications have finally stopped. When he checks, everything else has been sold too. He now has 25,221 in deposits. He checks the emails too, in which users are asking him about buying gemstones in bulk, equipment for particular guilds, reserving equipment, and buying maces. Lu decides to reply to all of them in one email. He thanks everyone for their support. He announces that he won't be adding anyone as a friend, though he will send an email to everyone before selling equipment so they can all compete fairly. He then proceeds to hunt. 8 hours later, Lu has leveled up to 10. He is exhausted, but he has gotten 28 maces, 1 shoulder pad, 1 vest, and 1 gemstone. He then looks at his stats. He smirks, seeing his XP is 100,000, and it is a game changer. After leveling up, he wonders if there are any new items in the reputation store. When he looks up, there are 3 new items, probably more stuff to spend money on. Currently, the only skin in the store is the werewolf skin, priced at 1,000 reputation points. He wonders what is the use of this skin, as he is already a werewolf. When he sees the bloodline, it shows killing a sufficient number of creatures of the same species to obtain their bloodline. Bloodlines are core items for acquiring talents and enhancing talent quality. If anyone has the creature's skin, they can completely change their form and attack style. Lu is fascinated by this power. Combining skin and bloodline can change his attack style. In other words, he can turn into other monsters. But a question arises in his mind. If there is a human skin, maybe he can turn into a human too. The third item is martial arts, which allows someone to gain the 4th attribute, mana, which allows for magical attacks and defenses. Low-level martial arts is the Demon Beast meditation technique with the price of 1,000 reputation points. And after meditation, they can unlock the 4th basic attribute, mana, and enhance mana strength through practice. And the yellow rank spell induction, first time, is 1,000 reputation points. And after killing wild monsters, anyone can induce the yellow rank spells they have used. Lu finds all this pretty good, and he has even learned how to sell fragments. He mastered the low-level martial arts technique, Demon Beast meditation. For every minute of meditation, he will gain 1 point of mana. He even unlocked the 4th attribute, mana, starting at 1 point. These are the 3 ways to acquire mana: killing wild monsters, online meditation, and consuming points. Though during meditation, someone cannot perform other actions, including trading. After all of it, he decides to list all the equipment for trade and auction, and then he will check on the other player's progress and go to sleep. On the other hand, Lingzi and Shan wonder when they will be able to enter the main city at level 10, as it takes 20,000 experience to go from level 6 to level 7. Shan informs her that only I Am Wild has listed another gemstone, 1,000 yen cheaper. Lingzi is pretty impressed with him, as he has put another gemstone on sale. She even informs Lingzi that she has tracked his ID into the Wild Stream Room, but this time he is anonymous. His ID is 9,527. Ling realizes he is here in the live stream. She thanks everyone for their support and announces that she will randomly select one viewer from the room and give away a mace as a gift. She purposefully chooses the anonymous user 9,527 for winning the grand prize. Lu is confused as he just entered the live stream room for a few seconds and won a prize. He thinks it's a bit odd but figures it's just good luck. Ling messages the anonymous user 9,527, LU, and requests he send his account ID, as, according to rules, she needs to add him as a friend for the live broadcast rewards. Lu thanks her and rejects the offer, saying that she should give the equipment to her fans, as he is just passing by. She insists on getting his account ID, but he very politely denies it. Ling is frustrated as he doesn't even want the gifts. 3 minutes later, he texts her, asking about her order to not give him the equipment. She addresses him as Big Brother, requests him to accept it, and tells him to consider it a favor for her. Ling wonders who this person is, and is adding a friend so difficult? In Lu's thoughts, he thinks, a particularly strong, agile, and robust werewolf with a worn-out werewolf mace followed by 3 fools. That screenshot is probably meant to scare people, but this Ling Ji person seems nice to him, as she even talked to him before, so he decides to help her out. He texts her about accepting the gift and adds that he won't take a screenshot. She thanks him and questions if they live broadcast the process of adding each other and giving away the mace. Ling thinks, what is the harm in taking a screenshot? And guesses that maybe his level is too low and he is embarrassed to show it. She plans on checking his ID later and decides to take a screenshot. As he accepts her friend request, she realizes she is actually seeing him live. She understands why he didn't want the reward. He is running a mace business. He is even selling broken gemstones in bulk. She thanks Only I Am Wild for joining them in a live stream. As a token of appreciation, she'd like to announce some official news here. She elaborates that the path to the level 10 main city through the poison mist has opened. She gives her best wishes to Only I Am Wild for becoming the first player to reach the main city. Lu thinks that just taking the reward and removing her from his friend list seems a bit inappropriate. He just lets it be. He then remembers that Ling Zhi said that the poison mist forest had opened. It is probably around here, so he plans to take a look. As he arrives at the place, it has instructions that the poison mist forest is the only way to the level 10 main city. It is inhabited by many powerful creatures. Throughout history, only 1 in 10 managed to escape this place. He thinks he should avoid fighting and run straight through, but wonders how strong the monsters are in here. He spots a spider-type monster. It looks poisonous. It is the forest spider queen of level 9 elite. These creatures are really aggressive. They even attack him, a wild monster. He orders Erzi to handle 2. San and C take 1 each, and he will handle the elite. After hitting the elite, he realizes he is poisoned, but the damage is not too high. 3 minutes later, he killed the forest poison spider of level 8, obtained 75 life points, Tier 0 talent fragment 9, and 0 star quality point 9. He extracts 2 points of mana from 5 creatures and even gets 3-star materials. He obtained items: Poison Mist Spider Silk Bracers, white, and 2 Tough Spider Silk. When he checks his stats, it shows the Poison Mist Spider Silk Bracers, white, are high-quality armor made from the silk of forest poison spiders found in the Poison Mist Forest. They are level 6 and provide 6 defense and 3 poison resistance. If someone wears 2 pieces of the Poison Mist set, they get an extra 3 poison resistance. If someone wears 3 pieces, poison lasts 50% less time, and they gain an additional 5 poison resistance. Lu gets excited and plans to open the 4th equipment slot too. It has poison resistance. However, adding 6 points to physical defense and 3 points to resistance is really good. He wonders what comes next. He then notices more spiders coming his way. 5 minutes later, he realizes this place is really rough. His 3 henchmen can't heal in time, and it is even too tiring, so he decides to finish this wave and log out quickly. After logging out, he stretches his arm and suddenly realizes his other arm can move now. He is in complete disbelief. When he moves his arm again, he realizes it is real, and although his fingers aren't very agile, his arm can really move. His phone then rings. When he picks up, his sister informs him that this game is really tough. Their team has been grinding Bard, but they are only just over level 6. The boss bought all the maces. She reveals that they desperately need to level up before the main city opens. She then tells him to take care of himself. Lu motivates her to work hard and not worry about him. He even informs her that there will be a surprise when she comes back home. His sister asks what the surprise is, so, keeping the suspense, he says that it is a secret for now. After declining the call, he gets a ray of hope that maybe he will become a normal person when Louis comes back. The next day, he fights the monsters, though it seems too hasty. He got one thing wrong. These monsters respawn in waves when the elite dies. Now there are more and more monsters, and this is getting troublesome. Suddenly, a message pops up from the game, informing him that his subordinate, strong, agile, and especially robust werewolf of level 7, has died. 1 Legion recruitment token, 3 elements, has been returned. He can currently recruit one. Sweat beads on Lu's head as he realizes he has gotten into a problem for real this time. Lu knows he has no other options than to fight them all on his own. 10 minutes later, he left the Poison Mist Forest and entered the novice area. He feels sorry for his recruits. Though Zaka is about to come out, he will need to borrow 3 more idiots from him. This time, he needs to spend reputation to equip them with poison resistance gear, upgrade the quality, and fight steadily. The next day, he upgraded the quality of those 3 recruits and gave them 10 poison resistance. Each dose indeed stabilized their output. There are so many monsters here. However, another named elite monster, Poison Widow Alisana of level 10 elite, has a lot of minions. He orders the recruits to follow him and break through from the periphery. Half an hour later, they killed the Poison Widow, Alisana, elite, captured 400 life points, obtained 3rd tier talent fragments, and obtained 3-star quality evolution points. He collects dropped items: venomous spiders, poisonous fangs, tough spider silk, poison mist spider silk bracers, and poison mist spider silk gloves. Lu sees the stats and is excited as this fang is a necklace. To equip both, He needs to spend 800 and 1600 reputation points. He equips it and is happy as now it is easier to farm elite monsters. Suddenly he spots another elite, realizing the elite monsters here respawn way too quickly. No wonder the monument said 1 in 10. It is really hard to get over there with this respawn rate, but he likes it. Around 5 p.m. a message pops up that the elite, particularly strong, agile, and robust werewolf commander Black Burton, is now at level 11. Lou wonders who the heck Black Burton is and asks the system not to give him random names. Well, he has been hunting for a day, and his quality has finally reached 3-star perfection. He sees his stats. The stats make up for all the hunting. When he sees if there is anything new in the reputation shop, he decides to add poison damage and increased movement speed as it will be of great use. The talent Inferior Werewolf Bloodline at Tier 3 gives normal attacks a chance to land a critical hit with a 19% critical rate. It requires 160 Tier 4 fragments. The talent Inferior Poison Spider Bloodline at Tier Zerk makes normal attacks deal poison damage equal to 1% of the user's maximum health, 20 points, lasting 5 seconds and increasing movement speed by 10%. This requires 10 Tier 1 fragments. He decides to upgrade the new Spider Bloodline to Tier 3. After upgrading, the Inferior Poison Spider Bloodline at Tier 3 increases poison damage to 2.5% of the user's maximum health, 50 points, lasting 5 seconds and increasing movement speed by 19%. At Tier 4, the poison damage becomes 25% of the user's maximum health, 50 points, with the same duration and movement speed boost. When fusing a new bloodline, the user's appearance will change, but skins can be purchased to customize the look. Lou didn't know fusing bloodlines required a transformation, so now he is half spider and half werewolf. But after fusing bloodlines, this speed is phenomenal. Though it has been a busy day, so he plans to log off and eat something. Before that, he remembers he almost forgot. He sold the maces and stones he farmed yesterday for over 10,000 credits. Today, he has been farming spiders all day and hasn't sold the equipment yet. Now, he has a dull set of poison mist gear in his inventory, and 1 set for each of the 3 recruiters. 1 for him, for a total of 5 sets, and 7 or 8 individual wrist and leg pieces. However, players haven't reached the poison mist forest yet, so selling now isn't profitable. He quickly logs in again. Lingzi went there too, though Zaka's spawn point is a secret. After Zaka's, won't they be in the poison mist forest? He wanted to farm a little more. Ling's guild is kind of sacred, though they motivate each other to not be scared and work together like a team. She announces and warns everyone to be careful as there are too many people, so pay attention to the ore. Once they get a pickaxe, they will establish their advantage. Though Shan calls out for Ling to take a look at something, it is Lu, an elite, particularly strong, agile, and robust werewolf commander, Black Burton of level 11. He tells the Zakas to hang in there as he is coming to save them. The users get scared, wondering if Zakas summoned it. Ling tells everyone not to panic, as summons can't be stronger than the summoner. They note that when Zaka's health drops below 30%, he summons Black Burton. One of the guys praises Empyrean's humor for summoning with such a long name. As he attacks the beast, everyone's eyes widen as he has over 2,000 health. A guy there advises everyone not to panic and guesses that this guy has high physical defense. His role is probably to tank players. He suggests they focus on attacking Zakas. Lu thinks within himself that if they want to go all out on Zakas, don't blame him for being ruthless. He kills one of the guild members, Xiao San. He has around 250 health. Everyone is shocked as he died in an instant. People wonder who summoned this creature. He kills everyone that comes in his way. Everybody runs to save themselves as they realize this creature is a real boss, so they should stop attacking Zakas. They decide to organize the team and fight it, but how do they fight it if they can't break through defense? Fortunately, there is still a bit of health left on Zakas. There is hope. He attacks Ling and in his heart apologizes to her. Ling is shocked as it causes 60 damage per second from the poison. Lu hit the jackpot. He called his recruiters and ordered them to pick up some potions. He needs to check players' movements in Ling's livestream room. They should be discouraged for a while. Afterwards, Ling announces that the attempt to clear Zakas failed. People are disappointed as they didn't expect a Black Burton to appear out of nowhere. They know Black Burton is too strong, and players are like tissues for him. Rock Spear King decides to log out. Though the guild member mentions I'm only wild being Ling's friend, so maybe if she asks him to help her, he might help them with Zakas and especially Black Burton. The members address Ling as a goddess, and they are so sure that I'm only wild will definitely help them. They insist on her doing it, but she finds it too much, though she has no other choice but to text him and ask for help. Lu's goal is to farm the poison mist for a while longer, then sell the poison mist set. Tomorrow should be about right, so he texts Ling back that Black Burton doesn't appear every time, so they should try again tomorrow at this time. He then orders his recruits to get to work, and since they are here, they will also take down Zakas. The next day, Lu is a little relieved as the set is almost complete, and they can venture deeper now. Suddenly he notices the scenery and admires it as it looks so beautiful, although he wonders what kind of monster is up next. Instantly, green bamboo pythons of level 10 appear. They are even more snakes than spiders before. He orders his recruiters to give it a shot. 2 are wearing the poison mist set, with a poison resistance of 19, which means the opponent has a poison attack of 20. It is just like the level 9 elite spider queen. This poison mist forest is too terrifying. It is an algorithm that keeps repeating itself, and the producers are making things hard for the users who have entered this place. 10 minutes later, the quantity of the monsters has become too large and looks like it is going to be a long battle. Fortunately, he not only had the poison mist set, but also picked up enough medicine. He will give each of the 3 recruiters 80 healing potions and orders them to hold the line for him. 2 hours later, he rested as the recruiters fought the monsters. He plans to log out for a nap and charge ahead tomorrow. The next day, after taking a nap, he decides he won't linger in battle. When he logs in, he will start running. He wonders if he can get through the sea of snakes. As he logs in, he notices his subordinates still fighting, though which is kind of strange because they should have disappeared after he logged out, but they are still fighting the monsters. Moreover, they have all leveled up, becoming level 9 monsters, though his eyes widen as he notices something he wasn't expecting at all. According to Lu Chen, it turns out that they take turns resting to keep grinding monsters, and since he isn't around, they share the experience they gain among themselves. That is why they keep leveling up, as he used to worry about leveling up his subordinates. If he didn't share the experience he got, they wouldn't be able to increase their levels. If he did share, he would probably get less, so this thought solves his problem perfectly. The number of giant pythons he has slain should be enough to purchase the bloodline of the giant fusion python. As per him, 2,000 reputation seems quite expensive to him, and he hopes that the snake race won't disappoint him. A notification pops up mentioning that he has got the inferior snake bloodline talent, and the attacks inflict damage equal to a percentage of the target's maximum health. If he moves by 1 step, the poison damage will increase by 10% for every 10 steps, lasting up to 60 seconds. Lu Chen shows his excitement and mentions the 7-step snake as an amazing talent and cheers up. Just then, another notification comes saying that in the 3rd tier, the basic attacks deal 2.5% of the attacker's base health as poison damage, 10 plus 58 points. After poisoning, the target's poison damage increases by 10% for every step taken, lasting for 7 steps with a maximum duration of 60 seconds. It is unbelievable for Lu Chen seeing 340 as he is transforming, but with a 10% damage increase for each step, the poison is surely more potent than a spider. He is going all the way out on the path of ugliness, but as long as he is becoming stronger, it is worth it. He can see the poison is actually stacking, as one lasts for 10 seconds and the other one increases damage through steps, which seems quite impressive. He orders the other 3 wolves to attack together, and together they manage to fight against the snake and take it down. Just then, a purple monster shows up, and they finally encounter a boss. There comes a level 12 boss, Lord of the Poison Mist Forest, Evelynshire. Lu Chen wants to take a chance to fight against her, as there are no small monsters around, and with the other 3 wolves, he thinks they can give that a chance. Evelynshire grabs the other 3 wolves with her spell. Lu Chen is now amazed by her powers, as she has skills that can truly call her a boss. According to Lu Chen, the 3 wolves don't have enough power to break the restraints. He himself starts fighting against her, but his damage output is slightly higher, and she has over 4,000 health points and heals quickly, which means it is not that easy. Evelynshire has high physical and poison damage, high health, reduced movement and attack speed, and skills too. She is very terrifying. Probably with any other team, that battle would be impossible. But Lu Chen is thankful as he is fused with the forest spider. His speed is fast enough, and both of his talents are continuously draining its health points. By that time, the other 3 wolves are somewhat able to help him back. But unfortunately, the restraint skill has no cooldown, so he has to rely on himself only. With the kiting strategy, he slowly wears it down. Half an hour later, a notification pops up disclosing that by defeating the boss Evelynshire, he captures 760 life points, obtains a 4-star talent fragment, obtains a 2-star quality fragment, and also extracts pure aura. The acquired items are Poison Mist Silk Gloves, Poison Mist Silk Leggings, Evelynshire Guardian, Exquisite Spider Silk Hauberk, and Sturdy Spider Silk. 5 pieces. Seeing all of this, Lu Chen is so happy that his half-hour effort is worth it. Evelynshire Guardian's attributes affirm that the armor of Evelynshire, the Lord of Poison Mist Forest, has extraordinary power. Evelynshire Guardian reduces the movement speed of attackers by 10% and attack speed by 10%. Lu Chen is greedy. thinking about how much he could sell all of this for. He will stay there and farm blue gear from Evelynshire, and even if the players manage to defeat Zakas, it will take them a long time to get there. He is sure to make a good profit. Half an hour later, Evelynshire appears, which amazes Lu Chen. She is even faster than Zakas' respawn time, which makes him understand that Zakas is a regular elite monster meant to grind the players. The Poison Mist Forest is designed to keep the players out of the main city so that the respawn rates get faster. 10 hours later, Lu Chen is tired, but at least after all the grinding, he has 17 Poison Mist sets, 19 pieces of Evelynshire's Guardian, 11 delicate spider silk chest plates, and 19 4-star materials. Then, he goes to check on the players, where he guesses that they have probably been suffering in the Poison Mist Forest. It's time for him to make a killing. Lu Chen is looking for the products when he finds the 8 equipment slots, which cost 4,000 reputation. It is quite expensive, but the helmet seems very nice with 11 physical defense, 7 strength, 9 agility, and 10 constitution. He is sure he can sell that at a good price. He looks at the comments, where everyone is losing their minds because of the Poison Mist Forest, but he is quite impressed with himself. No one has mentioned Evelynshire, which means no one has reached the 3rd level. Everyone has passed the 1st level, but no one has reached the Poison Mist set. Next, he has to make a sensation and get rich. To make a sensation and advertise, he has to go to Lingji's livestream room, as it is the fastest way, and he is wondering how that beautiful girl is doing at that moment. Lingji is stressed out as she thinks they are going to die. Even their goddess can't get through those soul stones, so how can they pass that? Everyone is saying that it is very hard to get to the level 10 main city, and the background is a combination of newbie village and forest. Someone mentions that he has heard that the poisonous snake monsters ahead are even scarier. Lingji claims that some teams there say spiders drop poison resistance gear, so why don't they have any? And how are they going to get through that? The Poison Mist Forest is so unfriendly to small teams like theirs. Comments suggest that she should send a message to Only I Am Wild, as he must have equipment with him since she is his only friend on the entire network. She has to message him, even though he has unfriended her. She has to beg him for it. She thinks that it is useless to ask, and she bets Only I'm Wild hasn't passed the Poison Mist Forest since he has not sold anything for the past day. Maybe he is frustrated. With that, Lingji messages Lu Chen, asking if he has passed the Poison Mist Forest, or if he has any spare poison resistance gear to sell to her. He replies by saying yes, he has. Everyone starts commenting, amazed that Lu Chen has them. They are shocked as Lu Chen mentions he has a complete Poison Mist set. Someone comments that their guild has been wiped out 4 times and only managed to get a wristband, so how can he have a full set? They are in pure disbelief. Lingji questions him, saying she wants to buy a set, so should they trade through the personal room on the trading platform or by mail? Anything will work for her. Lu Chen inquires how many she wants, which shocks everyone. How is it possible? Does he really have that many sets that he is asking for the quantity she wants? Or is he fooling people? Lingji questions him if she can get 3 sets. Lu Chen wants to make a personal room on the trading platform, so he urges her to give him the account and password. Lingji also can't believe it, she is getting 3 Poison Mist sets. They create a personal room on the trading platform, and he sends her the Poison Mist set while she gives him 21,000 gold and thanks him. She gets excited as they can finally get through the spider forest. Everyone becomes hyped and starts commenting that they will pay 15,000 for a set. Someone wants 2 sets for their guild, and others start mailing Lu Chen. One asks him if he has more sets for sale, another approaches him wanting to purchase a few sets as the price is negotiable. A message comes from the Thunder Guild, notifying him that they will buy as many sets as he has. Lu Chen is very excited as the advertisement is very effective, and everyone is talking about the bait. But unfortunately, they are being overly optimistic. Maybe they think that by having the Poison Mist set, they will pass the Poison Mist Forest. Or perhaps they are underestimating Evelynshire. He makes an announcement that at 10 o'clock, he will hold a personal auction in the auction area, so whoever is interested should pay attention. He just waits until then, as there are only 20 minutes left until Evelynshire respawns, and then he can start the auction. 10 minutes later, an announcement is made that the auction is going to begin shortly. Lu Chen has transformed himself into an auctioneer, and then he announces that the first auction item is a spider silk helm, where 3 will be sold together, starting from 2,000 yuan with a minimum bid increment of 200 yuan. One of the attendees thinks that Only I Am Wild has these to sell but is shocked. The auctioneer mentions that the equipment is nice and equivalent to 15 physical defenses and 200 health. The bidding keeps going, and at last, the helmet bundle is sold at 9,800 yuan. Lu Chen is wondering how much a Poison Mist set will sell for, and he also has Evelynshire's Guardian equipment as well. This keeps going, and everyone is shocked after seeing the number of sets he has. They are thinking that he farmed these without support. He announces that the appetizers are finished and it's time for the main course, the Poison Mist set. 3 sets will be sold at once, starting at 15,000 yen with a minimum increment of 2,000 yen, and then the bidding starts. Everyone is shocked that he is selling all 3 sets at a time. The bidding goes on, and at last, number 003 bids 45,000 yuan. He wonders if there are any higher bids than 45,000 yen. Lu Chen is now in full disbelief, thinking he has made a fortune. He wonders how many rich people are present there. Lu Chen, in the auctioneer's body, screams in excitement, 45,000 going thrice, and then congratulates number 003. The auctioneer raises her hand and claims that next is the second batch, which consists of 3 sets of Poison Mist sets, starting from 15,000. Just then, a bidder smirks and raises his bid by 45,000. Another person mentions that number 003 is so generous that he wants to monopolize the Poison Mist sets. He informs his boss that they have to grab the Poison Mist sets too. The level 10 main city is a merger of 3 novice villages, and he exclaims that the pressure must be huge. Another person raises his bid by 47,000, and seeing the demand for Poison Mist sets increase, many others bid even higher. The highest bid rises to 50,000. Lu Chen, already excited about the money, declares that the Poison Mist sets are sold at 50,000 and congratulates number 027. The auctioneer states that next is the last batch, and 5 sets will be sold together, starting from 25,000 with a minimum increment of 5,000. Bidders start noticing and exclaiming that Lu Chen has so many Poison Mist sets. Someone yells in wonder about the minimum increment being only 5,000. Another claims that this is their last chance to acquire the Poison Mist sets. The highest bid goes up to 90,000, which surprises many people, especially the wealthy person who bought all 5 sets. Some people start losing hope and claim that their last chance is gone. The auctioneer sells the last 5 sets for 90,000 and congratulates number 042 on winning. Someone from the crowd sadly announces that it's over and claims that he knew it was impossible to get it. Another one sadly remarks that there are so many rich people in the world. The bidders start to disperse when suddenly, Lu Chen, in the auctioneer's body, announces that today's auction was very successful. As a reward, he will give them all a piece of information regarding the upcoming level. He informs them that many people think that after the snake tide, they can enter the Poison Mist forest. But in reality, there is an even more terrifying challenge ahead. People exclaim in surprise, wondering what could be more terrifying when the snake is already unsolvable. Lu Chen smirks and calmly announces that he just happens to have one more piece of equipment here, which can largely determine whether they can break through the Poison Mist forest or not. Someone from the crowd shouts in disbelief about how only I'm Wild still has equipment. Someone wonders if the new equipment can really determine whether they break through the Poison Mist forest or not. Another person questions how strong the equipment is. The auctioneer announces that the main course is finished and dessert is here. He reveals that the equipment only I'm Wild wants to sell is Evelynshire Guard, and that they can see the attributes for themselves. A notification displays all the important information about the equipment. As someone from the crowd yells that it is a blue item, another claims that it is the first blue item in the whole server, and that his eyes are tearing up upon seeing it. Someone exclaims excitedly about the 21 physical defense and 10 poison resistance, while another screams about it having an equipment skill that reduces movement and attack speed. Someone from the crowd shouts that this is not just dessert, but the real highlight, and urges the auctioneer to name the price that only I'm Wild wants. The auctioneer smiles and calmly replies that without further ado, 3 pieces will be sold at once, starting at 15,000 with a minimum increment of 2,000. An uproar breaks out in the crowd as people exclaim that such powerful equipment is also being sold 3 pieces at a time. The prices start rising instantly, and bidders quickly push the price up to 52,000, claiming that it is worth grabbing. At last, Evelynshire Guard is sold for 65,000. Lu Chen takes his helmet off and, with a content smile, claims that he has been selling for more than an hour. After deducting the 10% auction fees, he has earned 397,980 yen. His total savings are now over 450,000. He thinks that his other arm is completely normal now, and his leg has some feeling again. Maybe it is time to buy a house for himself and his sister. Then again, he realizes that he doesn't have enough just yet, so he decides to save a little more. He reflects on selling so much equipment at once and honestly doesn't know if anyone can break through the Poison Mist forest or not. He soon forgets about it, thinking that it doesn't matter to him for now since there will definitely be more valuable equipment in the future. He decides to sleep first. In the game, the Sword Guild leader declares that the Sword Guild, YIF Guild, and Windbell Group will join forces to attack the Poison Mist forest. The players with their newly bought equipment start attacking the spiders, exclaiming that they must pass through the Poison Mist forest tonight and reach level 10 at the main city. They all start fighting as the spiders keep attacking them. Someone shouts that they know it can be very tiring, but urges everyone to hold on just a little longer. Someone from the crowd exclaims that they have killed Alice, so the gloves were dropped. They all move toward the snake tide next. The crowd attacks the snakes as their leader instructs them not to mess up the formation and not to linger. He orders teams 15 and 16 to go up. Another player also instructs those in position to take care of themselves while others charge forward. She announces that they are almost there and orders teams 3 and 4 to hold on. Nearly at 4:50 in the morning, they clear the snake tide. Someone exclaims in happiness that they are finally out of the snake tide and that they will be the first batch to reach this point. She instructs others to hold on and look at what is approaching next. Someone gasps and reveals that this must be the something more terrifying that only I'm Wild mentioned. A notification announces to everyone that the level 12 boss, Poison Mist Forest Lord Evelynshire, is approaching. Someone from the troop claims that this is Evelynshire, the boss who drops gloves. Since only I'm Wild can farm it, they believe they can too. Another one replies that if they can kill it, they will be able to reach the main city. The first one exclaims that everyone should rest a bit as he takes on the boss. Just then, Evelynshire jumps at them and shoots webs from her mouth, restraining several players. They scream that the crowd control is overpowered and question how only I'm Wild managed to defeat it. Another person, trapped by Evelynshire's web, exclaims that they are about to be sent back and wonders if they fought the whole night for nothing. The next day, in the early morning, Lu Chen logs into the game again and speaks to himself, wondering if the players fought Evelynshire. He then orders Air, San, and Sai to stop farming and prepare to leave the novice area. Lu Chen looks at Evelynshire and thinks that her crowd control skills are quite good and it would be a shame not to learn them. He moves on and thinks that one yellow-level martial arts compendium only costs 1,000 reputation and is not expensive. He opens the reputation store as he sees that the item is now of 2,000 reputation. He thinks in surprise that the price has doubled. This merchant is a real swindler, but he still has to buy it. He buys the skill as the notification clues in all the important information about the spider silk bind. It can consume 1 point of mana per second to maintain the bind, and it can entangle up to 10 targets. Non-spider species require 1 extra tough silk to entangle 1 target. Lu Chen exclaims that this skill is good, and luckily, he has saved hundreds of pieces of silk from before. He orders San, and Si to move on, and 10 minutes later, he finds himself at the crossroads stating 2 possible paths, the first one being Beast's Mountain Range, and the other one leading to the main city. He thinks that given his current identity, he probably can't enter the main city, so it's better to check out the Beast's Mountain Range for now. He examines the mountain range and exclaims in surprise that the Beast's Mountain Range is quite extensive. He orders San, and Sai to come with him and explore the area to see if there are any suitable monsters to recruit. He finds out about the agile wolf creatures, high-attack tiger creatures, and thick-skinned bear creatures. He thinks that all 3 types of monsters are decent, but he feels like none of them are suitable for recruitment. They move towards the Chaos Burial Hill, then make their way there. Lu Chen thinks that the Chaos Burial Hill seems a bit eerie, and that there should be some special creatures there. As he enters the graveyard, another notification appears, saying that they have exceeded level 11. They no longer enjoy newbie protection, and they should be cautious when entering. Just as he enters, a hand appears from the closed grave, and a Stygian nymph at level 24 appears in front of him. He exclaims with surprise that level 24 is so high. The nymph attacks his troop as the wolf in the front bears the most damage of 94. Lu Chen claims that this creature's damage is truly terrifying, and it even has AoE too. He laughs, saying that this is exactly the type of subordinate he needs. He orders his troops to attack the nymphs as they bear the damage, but keep attacking the dead creatures. He thinks about the nymph being scary, but fortunately, they have damage reduction, or San, and Sai couldn't handle it. He orders them to stay as he will go and try to lure one out, and it is time to test his new skill, Spider Silk Bind. 2 minutes later, he activates the new skill he has bought. As it shoots, an extremely strong web shoots out from his stomach. He laughs at the new skill activating from his belly and calls it a funny posture. 10 minutes later, the notification shows that the Stygian nymph is willing to accept his recruitment, and the nymph's level has been reduced from 24 to 11. The next notification shows all the important qualities of the nymph. His mouth opens in surprise as he signifies that it's impressive, with such high attack power and the ability to reduce the physical defense of nearby enemies. He exclaims with excitement that it's better to recruit one more to upgrade the Legion recruitment order to 5. 15 minutes later, he recruits one more nymph as the notification shows that the force he found now has 5 members and activates the hidden quest, a place to settle. The quest requires expelling an elite wild creature with the word king in its name from the beast's mountain range and obtaining his territory. The quest rewards include gaining the right to use this area and receiving the title Fearless and Daring. Lu Chen thinks that being able to establish territory is a great thing, but he should choose a higher level area so that other players won't be able to come easily. He examines the areas as he settles on the Guanyun Peak and claims that Guanyun Peak is probably the highest place in the Beast's mountain range, so he'll choose that place. He adds that he remembers there was a level 25 white-striped Tiger King there, and that it's perfect. They arrive at the mountain peak as the Tiger King approaches them. Luchan wonders that this Tiger King has quite an imposing presence. Thankfully, it did not bring any minions. He orders Air, San, Si, Wu, and Liu that they are responsible for ranged attacks, and he will take the head-on. The tiger attacks him, and Luchen's damage decreases by 327. He thinks in surprise that the tiger is so fast and its attacks are so strong that his HP isn't nearly enough to withstand the blows. He orders his troops to attack together and start attacking the Tiger King. 40 minutes later, he successfully takes over the Tiger King. The notification prompts him to choose to kill the tiger to receive regular points or choose to expel the Tiger King, and the mission will be completed, but the Tiger King's respawn location will reset. He chooses the expel option without wasting another second and shakes his head after completing the mission. Just then, another notification appears congratulating him on completing the mission, A Place to Settle, qualifying him to establish a force here and receiving the title Fearless and Daring. Another one instructs him to clear the wild creatures on Guanyun Peak and rename it. He exclaims that he will call it Renai Peak and checks the title effect. His weapon upgrades as it mentions that this is a symbol of courage and that people with this prefix will gain a 20% base HP bonus as an attribute bonus. He thinks in wonder that the effect is really strong and that it is a percentage bonus. He laughs in wonder that as a wild creature, he has his own force now and alleges that this game is getting interesting. He orders everyone to clear the monsters and upgrade, and from now on, he is the leader of these wild creatures. He killed the Silver Shadow Wolf and captured 120 points, killed the Gold-Striped Tiger and gained another 120 points, and killed the Black Iron Bear and captured another 120 points. Then, with a ding, an item appears called Spiked Wolf Fang Club. He exclaims that finally, new equipment is starting to drop and he got 2 at once. He obtained another item called Wolfhide Leggings. He orders everyone in excitement, lacing in his voice that they are going to update everyone's equipment. Happily looking at the notice, Luchan utters in glee that he has finally reached level 12. However, what the notice states is to note that when the players reach the corresponding level, the level 12 solo secret realm of Mon Valley, 1 star, will be unlocked. Now, what is a secret realm? It is a special gameplay within the game, Empyrean God Real, divided into solo and multiplayer secret realms. All secret realms are not limited to the number of entries during the opening time. On traveling further, Luchan reaches a mountainous place and looks around. To his surprise, he spots a dungeon and questions their existence in surprise, further acknowledging that the Empyrean really likes to make fancy things. He enters the dungeon by himself, whereas he instructs the other 3 to level up outside. However, make sure not to pull too many monsters. He further advises them to fight 5-on-5 and to rest when their HP is below 40%. Luchan carries his weapon over his shoulder after he has told the others off. The notice displays to him that the secret realm will drop corresponding items according to the player's need, and one needs to pray to the secret realm before entering inside. After putting in the corresponding type of items, the first player who discovers the secret realm will get 5 times rewards, and the output equipment is not lower than the quality of the items that the player puts in. Moreover, by putting in the corresponding parts of the equipment, there is a greater chance of getting the same parts of the equipment, and the player can put in 2 items. After carefully going through the instructions, Luchan loses himself in his thoughts and plans that if this is the truth, then if he puts in weapons, the monsters inside will drop weapons, and if he puts in clothes, suddenly an idea flashes into his mind, and his eyes spark with hope. He mocks himself if he is stupid and questions what equipment he should put in, or if it is not more cost-effective to put in materials. He thinks about what the notice stated about not lower than the items put in, which makes him realize that as long as he puts in a material at 4 stars, it will work out for good. Upon taking out a shiny blue crystal of 4-star material, he wonders if the monsters inside really drop 4-star materials up to 5 times. Then will he not make a fortune? He throws in the crystal, and the pop-up declares that his prayer is complete and demands he enter the secret realm. As he steps into the secret realm, he is astonished to find the place quite huge. A global announcement is then done for attention, which states that player Only I'm Wild discovered the level 12 solo secret realm of Moon Valley, 1 star, and obtained the title Moon Pioneer. The announcement further claims that the solo secret realm of Moon Valley is officially open, and today's opening time is 22:45 to 10:45. It requests the players to hurry to Moon Valley if they are interested in competing for the second treasure. Shocked to hear the name of the player associated with the secret realm, the human players get stunned at the revelation and question each other if he actually got that title, since they heard that titles are super hard to get. One of them gets surprised by Lu Chen, who is already in the secret realm, whereas he has not even left the novice village yet. Acknowledging the true strength of Lu Chen, they accept that it is actually a global announcement since Lu Chen is too strong. As envious as the people got after hearing the announcement, Lu Chen got irritated, and as he cursed the announcement, he groaned in frustration at how everybody would know about it, and questioned himself if he had to make such a big fuss about it. Meanwhile, another notice appears in front of him, declaring that he has obtained the title Moon Pioneer and gained a 10% strength bonus as well. Out of nowhere, Lu Chen sees 3 moon silver wolves coming towards him, which makes him pretty scared. At first, he could not decide how to react. However, he prepared himself by encouraging not to be scared since he was here to collect materials. Therefore, he swings around his weapon and starts fighting against those wolves. As he hits them around, he realizes how fortunate he is that these moon silver wolves are not very strong. Therefore, he can handle 5 of them at a time without any pressure. When one of them dies, he gets notified that he killed a very agile moon silver wolf of level 12, captured 540 life points, obtained 5 4-star talent fragments, 5 4-star quality points, and extracted 5 mana. He laughs in joy after knowing this, exclaiming in happiness that it really is 5 times the drops and yells in excitement that he is rich. An hour later, when he is done knocking out all of those moon silver wolves, he happily states that this is too awesome as he leveled up in an hour. And in addition to that, he harvested over 1,000 materials, making all his talents 4 stars now. He checks his attributes menu, which boosts his pride even more, and he claims that after adding the word king to his name, he has become a boss. And it is just that he does not know where to find the ancient heart and ancient fragments upgrade materials. Lu Chen steps forward with growing confidence and states that now he is only missing the final boss, but realizes that he has more than 200 attack, 140 defense, nearly 5,000 HP, and even poison damage, so he is not afraid of the final boss at all. Lu Chen starts fighting the boss, and upon discovering that the wolf has very few HP, he mocks it for having only 6,000 HP and calls it a weak boss, but then quickly dismisses his own statement and states that it is because he is too strong for the boss. After it gets killed, another notice notifies that he has captured 4,000 life points, obtained 15 5th stage talent fragments, and 15 5-star quality points. Lu Chen laughs in joy at his victory of getting 35-star materials and claims that is 300,000 prestige, calling himself rich. A pop-up declares that the secret moon realm has been cleared and will be closed in 5 minutes. When the other players get to know this, they exclaim disappointedly over it as they don't know when it will open again. On the other side, Lu Chen annoyingly mumbles how this system announcement is so annoying, constantly broadcasting how he blocked the secret realm. While looking at the status menu, he concludes that with so many materials, it is better to exchange them for prestige and upgrade the Legion recruitment order to max level. Simultaneously, the rule declares that once you leave the cave, it will disappear. When Lu Chen gets out of the cave, he calls out to Air, San, Si, Wu, and Liu to stop grinding and go expand their team with him. Half an hour later, he orders his pack to now go and chop trees and to move stones since they need 500 units of wood and stone in total. Hence, he commands them to collect it and put it near the camp. And if they complete the task ahead of time, they will go and level up together. In the real world, Lu Chen happily thinks how in less than a week he has made 500,000 yuan, which feels like a dream. He then raises his right hand and looks at it in surprise while acknowledging that his arm is completely normal again, and his upper body is also restored. He celebrates in joy about how he has sensation in his upper body, and will soon become a normal person. Then he looks at one of his thighs and realizes that it is heating up, guessing that it will be the next one to recover. Therefore, he decides that before the leg recovers, he has to go and buy a house first. However, with 500,000 yuan, he can't afford a big house, but a small one should be enough since it is just him and Lu Yi living. While looking at the advertisement for apartments, he comes across a suitable one and reads out its description in joy, how they will fully refund if he does not buy it. He giggles in happiness and decides to go the next day and give Lu Yi a surprise. At the Country National Security Bureau, the Special Action Group leader, Li Manhwa, comes to Director Lin Hai and informs him that their security bureau has set up a special action group to participate in a game and seeks to know if this isn't making a big deal out of nothing. Lin Hai refuses his claim, explaining that this game called Empyrean God Realm is definitely not as simple as it seems on the surface. Moreover, not only they but also governments and militaries around the world are also participating, and it may change the future of mankind. He further adds that he speculates that when the second Empyrean God realm goes online, they will see more of what's going on, and then inquires of Li Muhua about the progress, to which he reports that they are still stuck in the poison mist forest since it is too hard. Lin Hai, after hearing that, advises Li Muhua to go find Only I'm Wild, as he should be able to help them get through. He explains to Li Muhua that this is the information the department collected about that unique madman, and instructs him to remember to befriend that guy at all costs. The next day finally arrives, and Lu Chen excitedly arrives at the apartments, where a female assistant questions him if he is here to check out the property and requests him to let her assist him. He demands that he see a small-sized apartment. However, on the other side of the building, one of the two men who are with Li Muhua turns around to look over at Lu Chen and exclaims surprisingly if this really is the person they were looking for and wonders how come he is disabled. The other person replies that it cannot be wrong, that is him. Although the information claims he can only move his head and one arm, it is definitely him. After they are done discussing, Li Muhua commands them to get ready to act. The woman politely shows him around the apartments, assuring him of the quality of their property as they guarantee that he will not make a bad purchase or be deceived. She then introduces the apartment and describes the small-sized apartment he is looking at as the best-selling one, and there is only one left now. As soon as Lu Chen shows his interest by declaring that it looks good, the assistant leans down to him and instructs him to go ahead and make the purchase without hesitation, because if he hesitates for a moment, the property may be gone. He gives it a brief thought and decides that there are still many opportunities to make money later. So let's buy this as a small surprise for Lu Yi. Suddenly, a woman with pink hair appears from behind, yelling at him not to buy this apartment since it has problems. The assistant jumps at her voice and inquires who she is and what is going on. The woman doesn't reply to the assistant and starts announcing to all the people to listen to her and not buy Huangshan Yipin's apartments anymore because their apartment complex has serious quality problems and it might collapse. After hearing that, the people panic and start discussing if she is telling the truth and how it is better to believe her because if there really is a problem, their life savings will be wasted. The assistant calls out the security to get the woman out of there as she calls her crazy. However, the pink-haired woman continues to convince the people there that what she said is true, and she claims to also have the evidence since she came here because she does not want more people to fall into this trap and then requests them to believe her. While it all happens, Lu Chen thinks that once you make the payment, it will not be easy to get it back. Therefore, whether it is true or not, it is better not to pay the money for now. The security arrives with sticks in their hands, whereas their boss instructs the other two guards to hurry up and get rid of the girl and also not to let her make a big fuss. When he orders them that it is okay to be ruthless, one of them assures the boss not to worry. While moving forward, one of the guard's arms gets hit by Lu Chen's arm, and very unkindly, he calls Lu a cripple by telling him to get out of the way. The boss grabs the girl by her shoulder, demanding in a threatening way that if she has anything to say, then come out with them. She tries to free herself from his grip by questioning him why she should go outside and cries out to others to come and help her. However, another guard comes and grabs her other arm, and they start to drag her out. Whereas the people couldn't care less, rather whispering how it is getting interesting and decide to film this since the click rate will definitely soar this time. The security boss keeps dragging her out while demanding she not talk nonsense and just come out with them and talk. Whereas she requests everyone to stop recording, questioning them who is going to help her since she came here for their sake. When Lu sees no one stepping in, he grabs the arm of the boss, questioning him on how he is bullying a woman and what kind of man that makes him. However, the boss tries to kick Lu, calling him a cripple acting like a hero. But before his kick could hit Lu, he grabs his leg and stops it instinctively, leaving Lu to wonder if he has become this strong. The other guard yells out to beat Lu up until he cannot take care of himself, whereas the other mocks him for already not being able to take care of himself. When they get closer with their sticks, Lu hits one of them's chin with his elbow and grabs the hand of the other in order to stop him, realizing that not only has he become much stronger, but his reaction speed has also become much faster. The first guard yells out to the second one, questioning him on what he is so scared of to not just flip Lu's wheelchair over. When the guard pushes over the wheelchair, someone's hand draws closer and grabs the wheelchair, preventing it from flipping over,